Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Aldas, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my review from the final race of the 2019 W Series. Of course, it was from Brands Hatch, and this was the title decider. We got a mega race, so much close racing up front, so much action as well, and yeah, it definitely had a massive climax towards the end. So yeah, I cannot wait to get into it. In this video, I'll be talking about, first of all, the classification, then I'm going to be talking about some of the big highlights, talking about, of course, the championship winner, and then at the end, we're going to take a look for the last time, the championship standings for the 2019 W Series. Anyway, guys, if you do enjoy the content on my channel and want to see more, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But guys, let's get into it. So guys, it was Alice Powell to take her first win of the season in the W Series, and so overdue. I mean, she has deserved a win for a very long time, but finally she was able to wrap it all together at Brands Hatch. And right behind her was Emma Kimmelainen. These two, only half a second behind her I should say, these two were a step above the rest when it comes to the race. They really were just, 1.9 second lead. Of course, they got pulled back due to the safety car, but once again, then grabbed over a 5-second lead over third place. Beitske Visser sadly lost out on the championship, but nevertheless had a very strong race and a very good and hard fight with her championship rival and championship winner Jamie Chadwick, who finished in fourth, arguably her worst race of the season. So she said it was the worst 30 minutes of her life, and yeah, Jamie Chadwick really did not look comfortable and definitely looked under pressure in that race, but nevertheless she did what she needed to do, and yeah, the first time she's been off the podium the entire season. So yeah, really strange to say that. But in fifth we have Fabian Volvend, in sixth we have U-Phoria, and in seventh Jessica Hawkins. These two were having very good battles further down the field, but sadly we did not get to see too much of them, but nevertheless a good end to the season for them. Marta Garcia, of course the driver who won at the Norris Ring, was in 8th, with Saber Cook and Sarah Moore rounding off the top 10. Now, just outside the top 10, there was also a very close battle between Caitlin Wood and Tasmin Pepper. Tasmin Pepper a little bit probably frustrated to be out of the points. She's also been one of the most consistent drivers this season. In 13th, we have Gosia Rades with Vivian Kessley, Naomi Sheaf in 15th, and Esme Hawkey, probably also one of the most disappointed drivers. She had a very good qualified in 3rd, and then had a horrible start. Missed her box a little bit after the formation lap, and then from there, it just got worse and worse. So yeah, she'll be very disappointed. Nevertheless, we have Cher Holbrook in 17th, and Megan Gilks in 18th, 19th was Sarah Bovey, and in 20th, having a horrible race, was Miki Koyama as well. Now, she literally, everything happened to her. Out of the box, penalty, and then spun as well, causing a safety car. So yeah, definitely a race to forget for her. But yeah, guys, that is your full classification. Now guys, before we do get on to the championship winner, let's talk about the race winner. And as I said, it is Alice Powell. Wow, I mean, what a race she had, especially her and Emma Kimmelainen. I mean, these two really, in terms of the entire season, it's more of a question of what would have been if they had a little bit better seasons and perhaps more luck as well. Like I said, Alice Powell, except from the two retirements in Misano and the Norris Ring, she has finished on the podium in every single race. And as far as Emma Kimmelainen, she has actually scored the most points out of anyone in the last 3 races. So yeah, it just really shows what could have been for these drivers. I mean, yeah, unlucky I suppose in some respects, but at the same time, you've got to be in it to win it. Nevertheless, like I said, these two have been incredible in Brands Hatch. This race really was between them. They were so close. It was so tightly matched. Perhaps I think Emma Kimmelainen might have had a bit more pace, but she couldn't quite get past Alice Powell, because Alice was just putting up a very strong fight. And I mean, wow, what a race we saw. Some incredible overtaking. Alice Powell, of course, overtook Jamie Chadwick for the lead of the race with a very aggressive move, with Emma Kimmelainen right behind her, quite smartly actually following her through. And Jamie Chadwick, yeah, she at the start had a nightmare of a race, basically. She said it was just 30 minutes of the worst 30 minutes of her life, and then obviously followed by the best 30 minutes of her life. But yeah, it just shows that how much pressure Jamie Chadwick was under, and yeah, Alice Powell, with absolutely nothing to lose, just absolutely went for it, and she absolutely deserves this win. I think this is, like I said, long overdue, and yeah, fantastic for her to get the win, but also congratulations to Emma Kimmelainen for grabbing another podium. But guys, let's get on to Jamie Chadwick. She is the 2019 W Series winner, the inaugural W Series winner as well. And boy, did she have a hard race. She definitely made a meal of it. I mean, that's the funny part. She's been on the podium in every single race from Hockenheim to Assen, and this has been her worst race of the season. But nevertheless, that's what happens when you have consistency at the start of the season. It makes the job so much easier when you come to the final race. And Beitske Visser, of course, she ended up kind of nicking making the podium after the safety car, and yeah, with a really nice move as well. But nevertheless, Jamie, like I said, she did all the hard work at the start of the season, and over the course of the season, you know, doesn't matter what you say about Beitske Visser or Alice Powell or Emma Kymäläinen, Jamie Chadwick has been the best driver and deserves to win this championship. Like I said, she had a horror of a race, started on pole position, actually had a decent start and managed to get away well enough, but then just kept falling down and down and down, and then of course ended up finishing in 4th. But that doesn't matter. She is the overall winner of the 2019 W Series, winning $500,000. And yeah, wow, what a year she's had. I mean, where does she go from here? I think you know, a lot of people saying is she going to come back next year, because super license points are now going to be added onto the W Series drivers, so they can start working their way up to get into the bigger series and perhaps even Formula 1. But for me, in terms of Jamie Chadwick, after winning this, after having so much success with Aston Martin and Formula 4, I think as well, I think for me, her next big step has to be Formula 2. Now, of course, guys, the truth of it is that it is expensive to get into Formula 2. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You don't just get snapped up by these teams. You need money. But, of course, like I said, she's now won $500,000. So, yeah, hopefully she can use some of that to get into Formula 2. There is, like I said, talk of her coming back and perhaps retaining her title in W Series and getting those super license points. But you have to go on to bigger and better things. You know, she's got this deal with Williams where she's their development driver and a few other things there and there, but Formula 2 is the next big step. And I think for Jamie Chadwick, she's been a real talent. We've seen this in 2019 in W Series, and we've seen this throughout her career, by the way, guys, not just this year. I think, yeah, the next step for her hopefully will be Formula 2. We've already seen Tatiana Calderon, of course, be in Formula 2 this year, but she has clearly not had a very good time in Formula 2, and perhaps just it wasn't ready. I think it was too soon. But nevertheless, Jamie Chadwick, I think, will be a different story. She definitely is a lot more accomplished in terms of racing in the lower categories, and I will definitely be hoping that we've somehow find Jamie Chadwick in Formula 2 for 2020. That would be amazing. I mean, there's already quite a few drivers I can think of that I would rather see, you know, being dropped for Jamie. Mahavira Gunnathan. Yeah, that's what I'll be hoping for. Jamie Chadwick in 2020, hopefully moving up to Formula 2 and not coming back to the W Series, because I think, you know, she's had her time, you know, she's had her success, but coming back to the W Series, the thing that I've loved the most is seeing how competitive this series really is. You know, like I said, Alice Powell, Emma Kymäläinen, even Marta Garcia, of course, the teenager, Beitske Visser, all of these drivers were within a shot of the title, and a real shot of the title. These are all, of course, all race winners. And yeah, I mean, next year with a bit more consistency, more experience, that has played a massive part. We can easily see the more experienced drivers finish the highest, and next year when everyone's a little bit more comfortable, when everyone knows W Series a little bit more, I think the championship could be even closer for 2020. Anyway, guys, before I do go, let's take one last look at the driver standings. Now, of course, it is Jamie Chadwick at the top on 110 points, taking 2 wins and 5 podiums. And again, Brands Hatch, the race where she won her title, was her worst race of the season. How ironic. Of course, her nearest title challenger was Beitske Visser, just 10 points behind, again taking 1 win and 4 podiums across the 6 races. Alice Powell grabbed that 3rd spot with that win in Brands Hatch, and again, just look at her consistency. If she did not have those 2 retirements, I mean, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, incredible consistency, just, yeah, unlucky in that middle part of the season. Marta Garcia, like I said, was displaced, but nevertheless, for a teenager, just remember, she's only 18 years old, or 19 years old, sorry, she just celebrated her birthday, you know, getting that win in Norris Ring, and the pole position as well, yeah, massive highlight, and I cannot wait to see what she can do next year. Fabian Volvend, very consistent, and Emma Kymäläinen, another driver where, if you look at how she's come back from the first few races where she wasn't really able to contest them, yeah, she's had a massive bounce back. I mean, 1st and then 2nd, you know, incredible performance by her. Miki Koyama, despite ending the season quite badly, she was one of the most consistent drivers in the midfield, and yeah, definitely looking to improve next season. And completing that top 10 for 2019, we have Sarah Moore, U-Phoria, and again, a very consistent driver in Tasmin Pepper. But anyway, guys, there you go. That is it. That is all my race reviews from the 2019 W Series. That is done and dusted. And you know what? I cannot wait for the next one next season. I'm looking forward to seeing what the driver lineup is going to be. Is Jamie Chadwick going to return next year? How close will it be between people like Alice Powell, Emma Kymäläinen, Beitske Visser, and Marta Garcia next season? Yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about, and I cannot wait for it to come back in 2020. Anyway, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed my videos, and also the W Series as well. If you've watched it, let me know in the comments below what you thought. Of course, there's loads of things that can be improved about it. This was just the first ever season, but it has certainly started off with a bang. So in the end, it was Jamie Chadwick who took the title in the inaugural W Series Championship. But I think the biggest takeaway from me is that we've seen some incredible female talent. Anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.